This is Spotlight. I'm Pastor Dan. One of the hardest stories that I have a hard time explaining is a story that Elder Robert Falkenberg loved to tell. He was the former General Conference president, and then he started up Share Him. So the story he told was a pastor up in British Columbia. Sabbath morning, they're having a baptism. He's baptizing this young man. The moment he said the name, an old lady came running down the aisle. And she says, "I know you." The young man in the water said, "Lady, I've never met you in my life." It turns out she was kind of old and feeble. She couldn't drive at night. She couldn't go out and give Bible studies in the community. So all she could think of to do is she went to get the phone book, ripped open a page, circled the first 15 names, and began to pray for those 15 names. And he was one of the 15. Does that work? Can we count on that? Falkenberg went up and checked on the story, and the story got even better. The pastor said, "Can you bring that phone page to me?" And he looked at the 15 names. He had already baptized 8 of them. It seems unbelievable. That's the story. If it really worked like that, we could just put all our spiritual giants, put HMS Richards, put Mark Finley in a room and give him the phone books and just pray people into the church. What I do believe is that God is matching all kinds of moments up all the time. They're just not quite as obvious as that usually. I think God has a great deal of fun up in heaven choreographing everything. So in the same way that he had to get everything organized for Jesus to be born, he had to send these prophecies hundreds of years before. He had to send an angel down to Mary. He had to send an angel down to the shepherds, an angel to the star, to the wise men, and get all this moving to be there at the right time when Jesus is born. He's still doing that. And he matches things up wherever he can. And that's what happens when we pray. Let's say I need money for a mission project, and someone else has a few $100 mission money, and I'm praying, and they're praying, and God makes a match. Someone else is lonely, wishing to talk to somebody, and someone else is wishing they had a friend, and God makes a moment where you sort of bump in and say, well, and it may not be so incredible and so amazing like the Falkenberg story. But when we get to heaven, maybe the angels will show us computer printouts of all the moments, God moments, that work together to bring people to God, to make a project, to get something done, to make a ministry get started. God is moving magically all over the world. And when we pray, we become part of that network that God is able to use to match people up all over the world. And these moments happen. Some are more spectacular. Others look like they could be ordinary, just chance. But they're not. They're from God. So look around you today and just see where God might be working a moment right now for you, or he might use you to be an answer to someone else's prayer. And all of a sudden, you'll be there at the right moment, and you'll pay someone's restaurant meal, or you'll say a kind word to someone who really needed that day. You'll think about someone and send them a call or an email or a note and say, "Thank you very much for who you are." And God worked that out. So this is Spotlight. We're answering the question, where is God? That's where God is. See you next time. Thank you for watching Spotlight. We're so excited about this. We hope that you'll subscribe, and so you'll get all of them. And please just forward it on to others and tell other people about it. And let's just see what kind of an audience we can get for these messages of Spotlight. God bless you.